Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to be taking a look at an affordable Asian drugstore makeup brand, and that is Cute Press. What they aim to do is to bring really trendy, fashion-forward, highly pigmented and good quality makeup products to women at affordable prices. They've brought in cushion foundations, loose powder, concealers, lipsticks, eye and cheek palettes, etc. Now, prices are very good for this brand. They start from around Singapore $12.90 upwards, and the most expensive product is the cushion foundation at $38.90 Sing. So they definitely are a very, very reasonable price point. Now I have a good selection of products in front of me, so I'm going to do a full face of Cute Press products today just to show you textures, pigmentation, how things blend, how they go on. I do not have any eyeliners, brow products or mascara from the brand, so I will just be skipping those and applying them off camera. First product I'm trying on today is the Cushion Foundation. Now this is called the 1-2 Beautiful Airy Matte Cushion Foundation. This has SPF 50+ and also PA++++, so it does give pretty hefty sun protection. Also, the shades, I want to point out, do happen to fall in the light to medium range. So unlike a lot of Japanese or Korean cushions that you'll find on the market these days, these are not very, very pale. Now here are the 3 shades swatched on the side of my face. I'm hoping it's visible in this lighting, but I'm just going to talk you through the shades. Now 01 is the shade I have closest to my mouth, and this is probably the best match for me. It's sort of like a light neutral undertone shade. 02 is not actually much lighter than 01, but it is very much more yellow toned. Now 03 is more of like a sand beige medium tone, so while it's obviously a little bit too tan for me right now, I can still use it as a mixer for foundations that are a little bit too pale, or I might keep it to use for sculpting, and toning around the outsides of my face. Obviously, the shade selection is not huge, so if you're on the very pale or very deep side of things, you would not be able to find a shade match, unfortunately. I am hoping that as they expand outside of their home countries, that more and more brands are going to add more shade selections and more variations in tones for the international market. This cushion has a very light texture. It's almost weightless on the skin for how highly pigmented it is. It does set to a semi-matte finish, so you have some slight luminosity to the skin, but it won't look shiny. Now, given the fact I've just applied that really high coverage cushion, I am not so sure how much of a difference you can see with me applying concealer on top of this, but we're gonna give it a try. The 1-2 Beautiful Double Agent Concealer is a dual-ended cream product. So I'm going to use the peachier shade to cancel out any blue or purple discolorations around my eyes, and then I'm going to use the beige shade to brighten and conceal any dark spots or marks. Texture-wise, this is very silky, it's very smooth, it's very easy to spread and blend. In fact, it spreads and blends so well that I would consider this more of a medium coverage concealer than a high coverage one. Now to finish off the skin, we have the 1-2 Beautiful Ultra Fine Matte Loose Powder. This is supposed to be a pore blurring, texture blurring, mattifying, translucent loose powder that is a universal tone. It provides up to 12 hours of additional oil control and helps keep your makeup looking fresh and matte for the whole day. Now I do have a 1-2 Beautiful Perfect Finish powder brush, but I typically don't use such a large brush for loose powder because I want to set along very precise areas of my face, so I am going to reserve this for blush application later and just use one of my regular face brushes. So I have it on this side, and you can definitely see that it is very texture blurring. It kind of looks filtered or airbrushed on this side of my face. And what I like most about it is that it has not taken down all of the luminosity. There are some powders that just go on and your entire face starts to look flat. This just soft filters the skin. Now onto the cheeks. I have two product options with me today. These are the Ombre blushes, and I also have the Day to Night eye and cheek palettes. I think I'm just going to go with the Ombre blushes today because I am going to be using the Day to Night palette on my eyes already, and this way you get to see both products in action. Plus, these are so incredibly beautiful. This is 01 Fresh Pink, which is an iridescent sort of champagne to soft blossom pink, and here is a 02 Peach Passion, which is more of a rose golden tone fading to a beautiful papaya mango ready coral shade. Now, because I'm wearing a tomato red dress today, I am probably going to do a warmer tone look, and I will be going with Peach Passion 02. Now, this is a pretty strong color for a blush, especially if you're pale to light skin. It would be gorgeous on medium to tan skins. However, you can use a light hand. Just be very, very careful with it. The thing that I'm interested in seeing is whether it's going to emphasize a lot of texture, because that can happen with shimmery or very metallic blushes, and this one is plenty iridescent, so we're gonna have to see. Okay, I am impressed. Look at this glow on my skin. It almost looks like my face is dewy. But even up close, it's not really emphasizing my pores or anything like that. Of course, still, if you have very badly textured skin from scarring, active acne, or very, very enlarged pores, then you may want to stick with a more matte blush option. But I think, if you have generally normal skin, a little bit of pores and texture but not too much, then this is a product that could still work for you. And it wasn't too crazy as well. I had some time to just slowly build up color. Of course, using a really, really soft, smooth brush helps, but so far this is very easy to control and it looks beautiful on the skin. Now we're on to the two Day to Night eye and cheek palettes. Now the first one is called Power Pink, and as the name suggests, this is a very dusty, mauvey, kind of slightly neutral, cool toned eye and cheek selection. On the other side is Wanderlust, which is the slightly warmer counterpart, the sister to Power Pink. This one is filled with warm neutrals for the eyes and also two peachy, sort of corally soft cheek options. So the eyes are done. I've gone ahead and done my brows, eyeliner, and lashes off camera. As of now, I really, really love this palette. Of course, I've yet to try the Power Pink, but if the formula here is anything to go by, I'm gonna love this as well. The mattes were ultra silky, they were easy to sheer out and diffuse, they were easy to pack on and build up. It didn't look patchy, didn't cling in areas, and everything just blended together so beautifully. It was kind of idiot-proof blending for me. Plus, the colors in this palette are just beautiful. Whether you want a soft day look or you want something a little bit more smoky and dramatic for the evening, you have those colors here. And this sort of warm, golden, bronzy, rich terracotta kind of color scheme just goes with so many complexions and is so versatile. Final items, lipsticks. Now, Cute Press has a line of 19 matte shades called Never Too Matte. Now, the boxes may differ from shade to shade, but the product inside is the same. They come in these deep, sort of gunmetal gray metallic tubes. So they are uniform, and this packaging reminds me a little bit of those fresh sugar lip balms in size, weight, and feel. Of course, you twist it off and the lipstick is inside. Now, of the 19 shades, I'm gonna arm swatch every one of these for you guys so you can have a color comparison. For today's review, I'm gonna pick out 2 different shades just to let you see a couple of options. One would be a soft neutral and the other would be a slightly stronger, more dramatic option. Now, I have tried many of these on in the past week or 2, and I will say they have a rather dry sort of powder matte texture. So do prep your lips with a little bit of balm beforehand if you want these to smooth on nicely.
I can't get enough, enough, enough. I can't get enough, enough, enough. I love us. I love us. Not just another fantasy. Us is as real as can be.
This is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. I'm going to be wearing it out today. Now, overall, what do I think of the Cute Press line so far? I'm loving all the powder products. Everything from the loose powder to the Iron Cheek palette to the Ombre blushes performed beautifully, way beyond expectation for the price point. As for the 1-2 beautiful Airy matte cushion, I have actually worn them out for a couple of days before this recording already, so you know, it's a little bit of a cheat. This is not the first time I'm wearing it. I will say that the coverage level is obviously amazing, and it does have a beautiful luminous satin or demi-matte finish, but you will need to go on with a loose setting powder or any kind of a setting powder just to make sure that it really locks down for the whole day. The concealers I think are pretty good. I wouldn't necessarily pair these with the cushions because of how high coverage they are. It kind of makes these redundant, but on a regular day, if I was wearing a light foundation or just putting powder on top of concealer, I would definitely wear these. Finally, the lipsticks. I think the color selection is absolutely gorgeous. You have everything from soft, warm neutrals to pinks to bright cherry reds and everything in between. I would love to see a few more really deep, strong vampy shades and some true nudes, which are the 2 shades which I think are missing in this lineup. Texture-wise, I have dry lips and I found I definitely need a little bit of lip balm as a prep before applying the lipsticks, otherwise the colors would not go on easily. They do have a slightly drier, waxy powder feel to them, which not everyone would be used to and not everyone may like, but if you like that powder kiss, a MAC lipstick kind of an effect on your lips, then these are beautiful. Personally, I don't think the drier powder texture is a flaw. To me, that is just the kind of an effect that you would get from this kind of lipstick. I can always prep my lips beforehand, it's not a big deal to me. And that is the very quick overview, try on, first impressions review of all the Cute Press products that are currently available in Singapore. I hope you guys found this helpful. I had fun exploring all these new formulas, and I'm just really happy that we're getting more and more options at affordable prices in Singapore. In any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. I will see you in the next one. Bye!